kiddos. How are you guys? Great, good. How was your week? School's about to start. Are you guys excited? No. Okay, so first we're gonna get started from last week. Miss Gloria told you guys a story, right? Can someone give me a summary of it? A little hint. It was called the Ascension.
I think it's when God came and people was talking to him, and then one person he said he would come back for a few days later, and then some people was standing there, and then one person said to get ready for the next time she comes.
That's right. So Jesus went up to heaven again, and they gave a warning, right? Be ready for when Jesus comes again, right? Okay. Okay, can everybody see? Yes? Good? Okay. So this story is called Receiving the Holy Spirit. 10 days after Jesus had been taken up to heaven, the disciples were gathered together. And suddenly the house was filled with the sound of a mighty wind coming from heaven. As they watched in wonder, tongues of fire seemed to rest on each person there. They were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in different languages, ones they had never known. Hearing the noise, a huge crowd gathered outside. They were amazed when the men came out and began telling them all about Jesus in many different languages. After this, the disciples became known as apostles, for Jesus had sent them out to spread the good news to the world. Okay, are you guys ready for questions? Okay, how many days after Jesus went back up to heaven? How many days was this?
10.
That's right, 10 days after Jesus went back up to heaven, something happened, right? Can someone tell me what came from heaven? It was a mighty wind. That's right, it was a mighty wind, right? A mighty wind came from heaven, and something happened to each person there. Something came upon them. What was it?
Little fires.
So it was called tongues of fire. So after this happened, this caused what? Every person was filled with something specific, something very important. They did speak different languages, but it said they were all filled with something that caused them to speak different languages. Can someone tell me what it is?
The Holy Spirit.
That's right, they were filled with the Holy Spirit. And because of this, they were able to speak different languages. And what happened after people heard this? What did the disciples begin to be known as? It starts with an A.
The apostles.
Yeah, they became the apostles. And what did they go out to do?
Talking about Jesus in different languages.
They began to spread out across the world and talk about Jesus in all these different languages that they learned. Okay? So thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to remember it for next week when Miss Gloria asks you guys questions. And you guys are going to stay seated, okay? Bunny's going to come around and she's going to give you guys all 2 pieces of candy each. Okay? Thank you.
Tak by domana, se do aqui ela é que tem quatro, já